What did I tell you guys about the Steelers-Saints game? What did I tell you about the Steelers-Saints game? I told you exactly what was going to happen, and it happened today. I told you without a doubt in my mind that the Steelers were going to whoop the Aints' ass, and guess what? We did! What's going on, everybody? This is LC Muscles 28 here, back with a brand new victory lap today. The Steelers have beaten the New Orleans Aints, and we improved to 3-6. We're back on track right after the bye, and the same result that happened in 2006 happened today. Because in 2006, the running game dominated the Saints in 2006. And guess what happened today? The Steelers, coming off a bye week, need to beat the Saints to turn the season around, just like they did in 2006. It happened once again. So with that being said, other than one drive in this entire game, because the Steelers shot themselves in the foot, the Aints didn't do shit against the Steelers. They didn't do nothing. Pure and simply put, the Steelers dominated on all the phases today, except for special teams, which I'll get to in a little bit. But shout out to the Saints offensive line. You actually played decent today. You played okay. Definitely better than expected. But still, the Aints sucked today. Let's be honest here. The Aints suck ass. Everyone was saying, oh, the Steelers are going to suck worse than the Saints. Guess what happened? We just whooped the Saints' ass today. We whooped them. If it wasn't for one specific drive at the end of the second half, we dominated you guys throughout the whole game. Pure and simply put, we dominated you, and it wasn't even close. This game was a blowout, and I told you specifically that this was going to happen. The Aints ain't shit, and now the Aints are probably going to go 0-4 against the AFC North. They're 0-3. They're now having to play the Rams next week, the defending Super Bowl champion next week. The Aints are going to be in for a long fucking ride, man. And to all the Aints fans out there, I will give you guys a shout-out for the game today. But let's be real here. There were no Aints fans around this week in the TTC. There was no Saints Uptown. There was no Brute Saint. There was no JP. The only Saints fan that I saw this entire week do something in regards to this game was J-Dog. That is embarrassing. That's when you know the Aints have nothing going on right now. The Aints suck. I'm telling you guys straight up. They are awful. And the Steelers, we did what we could, and we got the job done today. Was it pretty in all phases of the game? No. It could have been a little bit better. And I'll get to that in a little bit. Oh, my God. The Vikings just scored. That is insane. That Vikings-Bills game is coming down the wire. But because I have Red Zone going on right now in the background. But I'm just enjoying my victory right now. We are victory lap Sunday today. We got the dub. We play Cincinnati on start next week. It was a Sunday night game, but it did get flexed down, unfortunately, because they want to put Chargers again on Sunday Night Football back-to-back weeks, which I don't understand. You could have done Cowboys-Vikings. That would have been a much better game. But what do I know? I'm not the head of the scheduling committee. But anyways, Steelers got the job done on almost every phase of the game, except for special teams. Special teams, I will give the Saints credit. They did better than the Steelers today. They did better. Why? Because at least the Saints made all their field goal attempts. At least the Saints didn't screw up on special teams. Our special teams needs to improve badly. Not having Boswell in there really hurt us today. We should have won by 20. It should be 26-10. But unfortunately, Matthew Wright just looked awful today. Absolutely two terrible misses on the 39, 40, 49-yard line. That is absolutely inexcusable. I really think we do need to get another kicker. I don't think Wright is the answer, especially for next week. I know the Steelers will probably keep him around, but this was not a good game. I would rather have Wright than Blankenship, but still, there's not much else going on there. What's up, Austin? How you doing? Thanks for tuning in. I know you guys got to play Monday night, so that'll be an interesting game. But, man, I'm just damn happy about my Steelers right now, man. I'm damn happy about my Steelers. And for all the Aints fans out there, unless you got a good excuse, you have nowhere to talk for this week, for the Steelers week. This was a week that you guys could have won. You guys, this Aints could have won if they did something today. They could have won. The Steelers almost handed you guys the game in regards to that first half. And the second half, you didn't do shit. But if you took a momentum that you had at the end of the first half, then you would have done something. But the Steelers shut you guys down pretty much and dominated you. They dominated throughout almost the whole game. You could have had a little bit of momentum, but still, I just do not believe that the Aints are any bit good at all. And I don't know why there were no Aints fans at all in the TTC this week. I don't understand it. No, I guess they all gave up on the season because it sure as hell looks like it on YouTube. Even though the TTC is near the final resting place, I'm still going to do my victory laps and still give my thoughts about the game. But let's be honest here. Aints fan base, you're fucking dead. You're dead. I'm sorry. Especially unless it's a personal reason you explain, then that's fine. I get that. Everyone has things going on in their life. I had shit going on in my life. But the Steelers have plenty of fan base out there. They have plenty of fan base out there. We have plenty. So I don't understand why you guys just didn't show up. Here, simply put, there wasn't too much else to really say about the Aints today. Aints sucked. Andy Dalton, he always sucks when he plays in Pittsburgh. You would have had a chance you played Jameis Winston, but no, you didn't play Jameis Winston. He did not play Jameis Winston, and my goodness gracious, man. The Steelers did what we could, and we got the job done. Having TJ Watt back is huge for us. He helped the offensive line. He helped the Steelers get to him. It was a great opportunity. The Saints offensive line definitely played better than I expected him to, but still, at the end of the day, they sucked. They were terrible, and they did nothing to help their cause out. We held the Saints' run game in check. Alvin Kamara didn't do a damn thing. He only had 26 yards on the ground, and he only had 19 yards in the air. Absolutely getting killed. The only one that did anything in regards to the Saints is Jawan Johnson. God, that's so bad. Ace realistically should fire Dennis Allen. I don't see how you guys can keep him around as a head coach. He is not that good. He is awful as a head coach. I don't know if he's as bad as Nathaniel Hackett, but goddamn, he's bad. Here in simply put, Ace didn't do much today that was really worth anything. Unless you had that momentum after you had that field goal, then the touchdown. Other than that, those two drives, what did you have? If you capitalize on the momentum, you could have beat us today. Maybe if you put in Jameis Winston, maybe you could have won today, but you're not doing that because I don't understand how bad this Aints team is. It's not good at all. Pure and simply, but they're not good. For the Steelers, though, there are some things we need to fix. Offensive line could have played a lot better today. And I will give credit to the Saints defensive linemen. Some of the defensive linemen did play better than expected to. We allowed 6 sacks, which is absolutely inexcusable. We should not play that badly on the offensive line. We were hurried up on a lot of things. Got to play better offensive line, pure and simply put. We got to have the offensive line play better in regards to pass blocking. We're run blocking, we actually did good. But for pass blocking, you need to fix it up because next week we got the Cincinnati Bengals, who are definitely going to try and play the same game plan as the Saints did today. But we need to be able to protect Kenny Pickett. Pure and simply put, we need to be able to have a good pass blocking situation for Kenny Pickett. Because Kenny Pickett was definitely rushed a lot today. But the good news is Kenny Pickett did get his first win as a starter against the Aints. That is good news for me. Najee, I will shout out, though, the running game. Najee Harris and Jalen Warren absolutely did a great job today. The running back duo combined for over 100 and I'm trying to get the exact number here. 136 yards rushing, and then Kenny Pickett had another 51 on the ground. George Pickens had a rushing touchdown. This was a game flat dominated by the run game. Just a great run game, dominated game in general. And just overall, I'm extremely happy for the Steelers being able to get the run game going. One of our best run game performances. And the good thing is, what's crazy is about this game, this is the last time we played this Aints in 2006 at home coming after the bye. Willie Parker dominated the Aints. And our run game dominated too. So it's complete parallels to that 2006 game. And I told you guys what exactly was going to happen. It was flat out domination, and we did what we needed to do. The good thing is the Steelers, we could have played better in the pass game, but our run game looks much better, and I'm very excited for the run game. I'm very excited for that. But the defense could be better on the off, could be better in regards to rushing and passer. It's going to take time. Alex Highsmith, though, shout out to Alex Highsmith playing excellent today. Got 2 sacks for a 17 yards loss. Really good game. And then we had the 2 interceptions by DeMonte Casey and Levi Wallace. Even though I will say James Pierre and DeMonte Casey both had terrible penalties, and that to give that Aints the touchdown, with that completely inexcusable hit to the head. Like, why are you going to go try and drive the ball out? He's out of bounds. Why are you going to try and get the ball loose by hitting him in the head? That makes no fucking sense. Hit him on the body. Purely put him in the body. All I got to say is just play better in regards to that. So that's pretty much all I got to say in regards to that. I will give the Aints credit, though. Their defensive line got to Kenny Pickett 6 times. That is a huge accomplishment. But it was only in the pass game that you guys got to us. Your run game got complete. Our run game completely tore up your defensive line. And if it wasn't for James Pierre and DeMonte Casey's stupid penalties, we would have only let you put up 3 points. Sure, maybe you could have had a different game if Jameis Winston came in, but you decided to go with Andy Dalton, who has only won once in Pittsburgh, and that was in 2015. So why didn't you even consider putting in Jameis Winston? I don't know. The good news is the Steelers got the dub. We are 3-6, back on the win column, 1-0 after the bye week. And we got the Cincinnati Bungles next week, going for the series sweep against them. And I still have that bet going, Parks. Steelers sweep the Bungles. Next week, we win against the Bungles. We sweep them. You owe me $50. So, Parks, you better be ready to pay up that bet because we're going to beat the Bungles. Dashy, I got something planned for you next week, man. It may not be as good as the first hate week video, but I got something planned for you for this upcoming hate week. Be ready, Dashy, because next week, even though our game got flexed to a 4 o'clock game, be ready to see the Steelers dominate you guys once again and beat you in our home in Pittsburgh. We beat you in our Heinz Field West. We're going to beat you again in Heinz Field. No, I'm not calling Acrisure because that team's dumb, but we are going to get the win. So with that being said, that's all I got to say for today. Steelers get the dub over the Aints, dominate them throughout almost the entire game except 2 drives, and we move on to play the Cincinnati Bungles next Sunday. And I will be watching that game with my one buddies, so I won't do anything live until I get home. But with that being said, this is LC Muscles 28 here signing out. See you guys later. Stay awesome. And remember, it's not really that good of a hate week if your opposing fan base decides to not show up for a week they know they're going to get their ass kicked. Good day, everyone. I'm out of here.